For a while, Huawei Honor has been on a ride of announcing dual-lens camera-centric smartphones. While if we speak about that, the Huawei P9, Honor 8 and Honor 8 Smart have been a perfect resemblance of how cameras should be structured to obtain a beautiful shot on a smartphone. So after the success of these smartphones, today Huawei Honor wants to extend their dual-lens setup in the mid-range market with their newest device, the Honor 6X. I was lucky enough to get an early hands-on experience before its actual official debut. Therefore, some of my words may vary with the final version of the Honor 6X with regards to its price, specs and availability. So hey guys, I'm Pratik and you're on the next Thinkerz channel. So without wasting much time, let's jump ahead. Well, first things first. This box which you see here is an international unit, which is why there might be a chance that the Indian retail unboxing experience might differ a bit. So right up front is the device which is already out of the box. Keeping it aside, the next thing you see is the SIM ejection tool, along with some documentation. Next, there is the USB charger which is equipped with fast charging technology which has different style plugs on it, since this box isn't an Indian unit. Whereas the last thing inside the box is the micro USB 2.0 charging and data syncing cable. Not so sure whether it would come with earphones inside with the Indian retail box. Since we are through with the unboxing, now let's talk about the physical design of this Honor 6X. On the back there is the signature dual lens camera setup. Besides, the LED flash and the fingerprint scanner is located below it, while you would find an Honor logo along the way down. On the bottom, it has the micro USB 2.0 port connection besides the speaker and the primary microphone. Turning sides to the left, there is the SIM slot that houses hybrid style SIMs, which is with or without a memory card. Then on the top you would find a 3.5mm audio jack and the secondary mic located on the left. While on the right edge you would find the conventional volume rockers and the sleep-wake key. Whereas lastly, speaking about the front, it has got a gorgeous 5.5-inch Full HD IPS LCD panel which maxes out to give 401 ppi. Speaking of beautiful things, it has got a 2.5D curved glass on the front which helps in providing a uniform shape on its entirety. However, there is no official word yet whether it has got any glass protection on the front or not. Also, there are Honor's customizations available which changes the lock screen wallpaper every time you perform the sleep-wake task. The Honor 6X sports an 8.2mm thin body and has an overall large form factor, which arms the weight up to 162 grams. All that seems convincing as it has got a metal build, but to my liking, I didn't felt it heavy by any means. The fingerprint scanner below the camera follows the similar footprint from its elder brothers. It is not clickable, but the gestures have been implemented here. One of my most loved features has to be the swipe down to pull the notification sheet. Also, it has the on-screen buttons which are great, but the protruding chin and the similar matching forehead make it look large. But hey, what can you ask more for such a pricing? If you're getting a well-equipped device concerning performance, expect few compromises here or there. The camera segment is where the Honor 6X shines, not because it houses a tag of affordable dual lens setup being its USP, but because it performs exceptionally well in the real world. In fact, I can claim it right now that the sales for this device are going to be on fire. Speaking of the camera, the Honor 6X sports a dual lens setup with the first sensor being a 12 megapixel unit while the secondary being a 2 megapixel unit. The design implementation on it keeps the camera module intact, though the camera setup bulges out. It has a glass construction surrounding the dual lens camera setup, which signifies the term more the light into the sensor, better is the output. So speaking about implementation, the engineering team has done a great job. The rear setup takes full HD 1080p videos at 30 frames per second, which can be a shame considering the dual lens setup. But the absence of 4K won't be a regretting factor since the output quality of a 1080p HD video might serve your needs, judging the quality in my opinion, which is based upon my hands-on usage. Besides that, the lens blur mode works perfectly on the Honor 6X. There are several modes available on the default camera app, including the manual mode for photos and a dedicated manual mode for videos. Though if you take HDR pictures, there is some lag observed, though that could be fixed easily in the future updates. We took several photos in extremely low lighting conditions and the results were solidly appealing with proper contrast and deeper blacks. Whereas it holds a LED flash besides the dual lens setup. Also, if you are confused about the dual lens setup, it actually mimics the HTC's dual camera setup, which helps in creating a depth of field. The 2 megapixel sensor performs the task of mapping the view and creating subtle blurs on the lens blur mode. While here are a few photos which we have taken in the low lighting situations.
Attitude with a sprinkling of humor goes a long way toward winning the regard and cooperation of the class. For respect is a more desirable molder of behavior than fear.
If you switch the sights onto the front, the Honor 6X has a 8 megapixel camera. Again, it does a good job of taking significantly better photos than anyone under Rs 15,000 segment. Sure, there is a little bit of noise sometimes, but judging the quality and the fact that I took the photos under low lighting conditions impressed me a lot. The front camera has also got few modes up its sleeve. If I get a review unit, I'll explore more on this topic. It runs on Emotion UI 4.1 built on top of Android Marshmallow 6.0 with Honor's own flair of customizations. Their signature fingerprint scanner gestures and multi-window mode from the Android Nougat makes its way here. Whereas there is no app drawer found on the EMUI 4.1 which is suitable to my liking. While speaking about the bloatware, it's on the weak side. Overall, at an initial glance, I observed that the performance was pretty good and the device responded nicely. Even the multi-window mode was running smoothly without any hiccups, which was impressive to witness. So the Honor 6X houses the Huawei's HiSilicon Kirin 655 Octa-core chipset, which comes with a 64-bit architecture clocked at 2.1 GHz. On the graphics side, it has got a Mali T830 MP2 GPU. Speaking about the RAM, the Honor 6X differentiates in two models. One that comes with 3GB RAM, housing a 32GB internal storage, while the second model comes with 4GB RAM and 64GB internal storage. The expansion is available on both of these via a microSD memory card slot with up to 256GB. However, it'll only hit your spot if having a hybrid SIM tray is fine on your end. As of the real world performance, I played with Honor 6X for more than 3 hours and I didn't notice any hiccups. Whereas the company also briefed us on the upcoming Nougat update, hitting it and other devices later in the year. Finally, talking about the battery, it has got a 3340 mAh lithium polymer non-removable battery on board. While as a bonus, fast charging has been incorporated on this device. The Honor 6X is available in 4 different colors from gold, silver, grey and rose gold colors. It will be available starting today and all the details of the pricing and links to buy would be found in the description. Since this is an early look at the device, I can't predict its price or availability status. You can find everything mentioned in the description below. While coming to an end, let's have a quick rundown over the specs. So pause the screen to know more or find the link to the written editorial below. So, does Honor 6X have the best dual camera lens setup in the affordable mid-range segment? Well, I'll straight away rest this judgment on my side as I've not used the device for an extensive period of time. But for a while that I got to spend with this device has excited me since I have used a couple of devices ranging under 15,000 rupees while they have never hit the mark of calling them a perfect mid-range smartphone. But I guess with such a camera, robust software integrations and overall look and feel, it might be the next big thing in the mid-range market, in my opinion, hands down. So what do you guys think about this device? Do you like its camera implementation? Let me know in the comments section below. Whereas if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button while subscribe to the channel so that I will see you in the next video.
Learning experiences